And a lot of those ideas, the way that they sound is, oh, hey, if you want to be successful, you have to do this.
Mhm.
You know? If you want to have this life, you've got to make these sacrifices. And there's a cultural thing that happens in a lot of organizations and teams where that's the way that they think.
Mhm.
And the jail that we live in day to day is made up of the beliefs that we've chosen, even though we may not be aware of them, the thoughts that we have, the ideas that we have. It's created by our own mind.
Yep.
And unfortunately, it's not really taught many places how to go about, firstly, inspecting that in order to discover, well, what are the ideas that I have that don't serve me? What is the negative thinking that I go through that I'm not even aware of?
Yep.
And even if that was taught, it's certainly not taught how to go about changing it.
Absolutely. And I think, yeah, that is where, as I said at the start, this is where you really set things differently, is that you go to change it at its core, not with, I guess, just pure behavioral changes, which is how most people attack the sorts of challenges we're talking about today. I am, though, going
Yeah.
to stop getting lost in that, because I know that everything we just talked about, you and I have literally talked about like almost every one of those sentences for hours on end over the past couple of years. And so what
Yeah.
I'm really keen to do is to talk about, I guess, those steps that people can take to slowly sort of, or even just immediately, dig away at some of that feeling that's going on. And
Mhm.
look, I'll throw a couple of things out, and I'm thinking a lot about senior managers, executives, professionals that are sort of out there walking in. There's so many different situations I've been in. I've been in panic attacks walking to work. I've seen executives walk into meetings sort of like hunched over, going, "I'm going to get slammed today. This is where we're going." To just that I've seen people bite other people's heads off just because they've walked out of a really stressful situation, and just that
Mhm.
feeling of you can't get on top of it. And so
Yeah.
I'm really keen to sort of hear from you. What would you recommend people do when you're just in this kind of, it's a never ending slog going on? What do we do?
Yeah.